game did.
All right, and welcome back to Keene State Valorant. We have Keene playing here. Sorry about the late start. We're gonna be going against WNCC,
Western Nebraska Community College, with a record of 2-3, and right now defending our perfect record of 5-0. So,
all right, looks like Keene's gonna be pushing A site here.
starting on the attacking.
Calyptic with a different operator today.
Different approach here, maybe. Try and see what they would cook up here. Let's see, he jumps in.
Site.
Clears the site. See what happens here. Spike is planted. We got 4 people on site covering all different angles. Seems like they have their 5 all pushing from the top. See what they do here. Cliptic goes down. H-Meech gets 1.
Melatonin with 1.
Chum gets 1. H-Meech goes down. Melatonin goes down.
Chum. Now we're on Chum. See if Chum could do 2v2 here.
See, Spike planted.
Looks like he's going to try to throw a
game.
flash around this corner, kind of be able to blind them. Yeah. Yuri gets 1. See if he could use the flash to get around this corner.
Sees him.
All right.
Let's just see how he uses it. Good kill from Chum there. We go up 1-0.
All right, great first win by Keene there.
Yeah.
Great first look. Let's look at the leaderboards after that.
Definitely.
One.
Chum 2-0, yep. Yuri with 1, Melatonin with 1, H-Meech with 1, and Calyptic getting killed early on that one. So we'll see how they use to try and win another one and get up 2-0. Seems like we're going to be pushing C here, having 2 go center.
All right,
Watching Chum here.
He has someone right around that corner. He's going to send his decoy in and a blind. All right, sees that there's nobody.
Clears the point. Sees that guy, gets him. Chum down. Yuri gets 1.
Kill.
Cliptic gets 1. And the spike is planted. Looking at a 5v2 here. Let's see what they do here.
Great
and
H-Meech
Melatonin and H-Meech find it off. Team ace there. Definitely a strong pursuit from Keene, working their way right into C, planting it, and then again, just like how we saw last week, switching the teams or switching the phases around and putting the other team on defense or other team on offense. We're watching Coloptic here. Seems like they're going to be going with a 2-2-1, kind of pushing all different sites. See what's more clear here. Spike kind of staying around center, seeing which one's going to be more open.
Looks like we have Calyptic and Melatonin pushing toward A site here. He's going to head down the alleyway. This is going to set to a straight shot. Probably should have shot there. That definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
So we could hear.
As a crouch walk will make you silent, so we'll see what they do here. Pushing A. Shift walk. My bad.
Okay, they're about to turn right on a guy right there.
They don't see
That
him.
was A, but they don't know that he's right there. He's legit right there.
They also don't have Spike, but Spike is moving over to A.
Oh, Spike's moving to A. They don't know he's there.
Calyptic jumps, sees him. Melatonin gets him.
Melatonin, luckily there to help. Picks up the Vandal.
They definitely have control. Spike is now here. Gonna be planting the Spike.
They're pushing.
Other team pushing 4 from the top. We're gonna see as the other team is all kind of on this doorway. All angles covered from Keene State here.
Okay, now they know they're
they push
there.
in. Coloptic gets one. Coloptic not knowing that there was one above
one
him.
on Heaven, right above Calyptic here. Let's see if he notices.
I think he heard him.
Melatonin gets one.
I think he heard him. He keeps checking up. Let's see what happens here. It seems like Keene with another dominant round here. Having all angles covered right now, it's still 5 alive.
Push down from Heaven. It's 2v5 here. Looks like they're kind of pushing away.
I
think they're just taking this round.
They're taking it. So Keene up to an early 3-0 start here. Let's see what happens. I don't think we've seen that this year. For a team more retreating and letting them almost get it. HMH gets one right up before the timer.
Yeah, wow.
All right.
Yeah, we're looking at Melto with 4-1, HBH 3-2, Chum 3-0, Yuri 2-0, and Calyptic 2-1.
We're definitely seeing our MVP stepping up in this one and still at the top of the leaderboard going forward. So seems like we have a majority of the team gonna push A. Their weaker site for this one, so see what the team does here. Having all 5 push up towards A. Other team seeing very aggressive towards C and B. They hear them though. They're all rotating towards A. See if they have enough. We're pushing in. Calyptic jumps in.
Goes back. Go on the site with Chum.
Yuri gets one. Melatonin gets one. HMH gets one.
one.
Looking at a 5v2 now. Holding the same angles as last game. Yuri gets another. 1v5 here. Possibly going for another ace. Holding the angle. Calyptic holding this angle. Getting a couple shots off. Trying to defend it. It seems like the other guy's not going to have time. Melatonin gets him for another ace. Flawless there. So moving it up to 4-0. Either flawless from there.
All right, Melatonin 6-1, Yuri 4-0, HMesh 4-2, Chum 3-0, and Calyptic 2-1. Melatonin, still on the top of the leaderboard. Looks like they're gonna be pushing toward the middle here, going toward B.
Chum gets one. All 5 pushing up towards the center. Calyptic gonna see if he can jump in here. Clear sight. Planting the spike already. Kind of surrounded. We're gonna see what Nebraska does here, seeing how they've kind of surrounded the point, having 2 coming from the backside. Oh, but Keene knows. Keene saw them. Yuri gets one. Melatonin gets another. And HMesh gets the last one.
Great job there by Keene.
Very dominant performance coming from Keene State here.
Melatonin 7-1, Yuri 6-0, HMH 5-2, Chum 4-1.
Yuri's
Collective
still yet to
2-1.
die.
All right, switch over to Melon Toad and our leader here. Let's see what he does.
Looks like the team is going to be pushing C. Their team's still pretty spread out, kind of more towards C and B, but we'll kind of see what they do here. Again, another aggressive attack from Keene. See if it pays off for this too. Melatonin getting another. Sees the guy in the corner. HMH gets one.
Oh, HMH steals it.
Chum already planting the spike. Yuri gets sniped from the back, or shot from the back. Melatonin gets another.
One enemy remaining.
Melatonin here, gonna try and get sneak up behind him. I'm kind of holding this angle here, knowing that they have the time. Guy pushes up and Chum gets him. Another pretty dominant performance from Keene.
Great. 6-0 Keene.
Yeah.
Let's look at the scores.
So Melatonin on the top now 9-1. Yuri following him with 6. HMH also with 6. Chum with 5 and Calyptic sitting at the bottom with 3. Definitely a very dominant performance from Keene here. Seeing 6-0. See what happens in this round. Keene looking back to the ways of the first couple games of the season, definitely taking the lead early and if they can capitalize on it and keep going. Chum gets one off the rip. Melatonin goes down, our leader.
Chum hits up once or twice.
HMH gets 2.
Wow, HMH on site going crazy.
Calyptic gets one. Calyptic planting. I think a 4v1. Seen it before. Let's see what they end up doing here. Trying to push inside. We're gonna see, and Yuri gets him. Another dominant performance from Keene. Alright, gonna see what Keene does here. Looking like more of a B to C push of having the spike go towards C. Let's see what they do here. The other team not focusing more on C, but focusing more on B and A. Person's still in response. We're gonna see what they do here.
Alright. Pulls out his decoy. Using his ult to go onto site. This is the team to not see him. Other team can't see him. So he's gonna be able to mark the other team and where they are. And then he can
Sees
also
that
just
it's
go
open.
right there. See where he goes. He goes, now he's on site.
Yuri gets one.
Calyptic planting.
Spike is planted now. Yeah, and Melatonin gets one. Happens here. Again, another 5v2. See, looks like they're both pushing up from the north side.
See, if Melatonin turns this corner, he's going to get 2 kills.
Melatonin gets a touch on him.
Misses.
Liptic gets one. Chum goes down. Still just going to play a time game on this one. They get down. Calyptic and Yuri finishing off that round. Take a look at this leaderboard now. Looking at Melatonin still at the top of the 11-2. Yuri with 9, HMH with 8, Chum with 6, and Calyptic also with 6. So definitely Calyptic stepping up from the last couple rounds and getting back into this, but still Melatonin leading the way. The kills and death ratio right now. We're gonna see what Keene does here. Looks like they're gonna push more towards A on this one. Maybe take a cut up towards B, but there's him again. Pretty spread out, and that's what you gotta do in defense. Yeah, definitely pushing B. Gonna see what they do here.
Alright, pushing B. Calyptic jumps on the site.
Jumps in.
Oh,
Gets shotgun to
taken
the
out.
face. Calyptic goes down.
Melatonin.
Yuri goes down. H-Meech gets one. H-Meech gets two. Chum gets another. Chum gets two.
Wow.
H-Meech with two. Chum with two. Back to back. See what they do here. A little 3v2. H-Meech goes down 2v2. Chum gets another. That's 3 for him this round. I kind of see what the other one does. He's kind of sitting back, trying to maybe play the little patient game,
blind.
see what if they
Goes
bite on
around the corner. And boom,
Chum gets
wow.
another.
Great
Chum with a
headshot by
great
Chum.
round there. Alright, now up 9-0 Keene. Seem like they're going to take away this first game. Only needs 3 more rounds. See what they do here.
All right. We have Chum. All right, where's Chum? Let's see what Chum's doing. Staying behind. Looks like they sat back for a second, then
Sorry
pushing.
about that. Seems like the team's gonna be pushing A. Other team knowing, kind of going behind a little bit, going in front, trying to see what they do here. Yuri gets one. Yuri gets the guy from behind, so they can really push up as much as they can. Chum gets two. Melatonin gets one. Calyptic goes down. Looking at a 4v1 now. H-Meech planting. Other guys still kind of just sitting back and kind of waiting to see what happens. See how he pushes up with this one. Seems like they're almost baiting him into sight.
Yep.
I'm just going to hold this back angle, and Melatonin gets him.
Gets him.
Another 10-0. So 3 more, and Keene State will take the first game.
All right, let's look at the scores. Melatonin 13-2, Chum 11-2, Yuri 10-2, H-Meech 10-3, Calyptic 6-3.
Yeah, so still Melatonin leading the pack, but then Chum having the past 2 great games and right behind him. So
Yeah.
see how it continues to the next 3. I think the team's having a little discussion, maybe sending some up different hallways than others. Seems like it's gonna be a B push for this one. Not seeing the other guy. Calyptic goes down. Chum gets him though. Sending abilities.
Chum throwing his orb in there. He's gonna teleport into it. Now he's on site.
There's a site. Yuri planting. Chum gets another. H-Meech gets his back. See what happens here. Melatonin goes down. 3v2 here. Yuri gets one. One guy remaining. See what this guy does. They know where he is, so they're just gonna probably play the patient game and try and get him. Jumps in and H-Meech gets him. Now up 11-0 so far in this first game. Alright, gonna follow Yuri on this one. Seems like the team's probably gonna be pushing B again, setting maybe 1 to C. See how this goes.
Alright, he's gonna throw his dart in there, be able to see if there's anybody right there for him.
Doesn't appear that way.
Yuri also
Their
sends
team also
in his
pretty spread
decoy.
out. Seems like they're pushing towards B, but they're gonna cut over to C.
Yuri gets one.
Melatonin goes down. Yuri goes down. 3v3. H-Meech gets one. Chum gets another. Then Chum goes down. See what happens here. 2v2. Calyptic gets one. H-Meech gets one. 1v1 here.
Calyptic is really low, so he's got to be careful.
See what he does here.
Oh,
and Calyptic goes down. They win their first round. That was a good round from Nebraska.
Alright, they switch sides.
Maybe carry other team, probably hoping they can carry some momentum over to this next defending rounds, or next attacking for them. But See how Keene State does. It only needs 2 more games to win. Oh.
Let's see what they can do.
All right, gonna see the other team kind of a spread formation, kind of setting a 2 to C, 1 to B, kind of seeing what they do, giving the spike back a little bit. Our team playing more aggressive towards their spawn, going up the A side wall. See what they do here. Sees him. Yuri gets one.
Yuri gets him.
Good kill by Yuri there in the pistol round. Guy jumps in, Cliptic gets him, then goes down. Oh, Melatonin down, Chum down, and Yuri down. Great play by the defenders.
H-Mish left. See if H-Mish can somehow defend them.
It seems like their team more pushing towards A.
Yeah, I think that's
where H-Mish kind of in the back, gonna try and catch him off guard.
Flank him, yeah. I think they're gonna pull.
They're planting a spike on A. This is gonna be a very tough game for H-Mish.
So let's see.
Let's see how he does here. Seems like they do have the back angle covered. It's just if H-Mish sees him first. Sees him. H-Mish gets one. Guns, trying to find them.
Here. See if he's gonna be able to get him. He's gotta push.
Knowing he has to push. Like is planted. Does not know he has one behind him. Now he does. H-Mish goes down. Attackers win. We're seeing a little shift from the Tide, if anything. Seeing how they've won the past 2 rounds. Knowing Keene State only has to win 2 more rounds, we'll see how they do. H-Mish jumping up to the top, but Tide still with, or H-Mish tied with Chum at the top of the leaderboard. So see what happens here. And Keene State up 11 to 2. Only need 2 more rounds.
All right.
Gonna see what their team's doing. Is I believe they've left the spike down in their spawn. So
yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what this attack is doing. It looks like they're sending 3 one side, 2 the other. Not sure if they know they don't have the spike, but we're gonna see what they do. Holding this angle, Yuri here. Kind of seeing a 3v3 here. Looks like the other team is going to retreat and kind of switch the field and head towards C. See if they notice anything about the spike here. Alright, so it does seem like they noticed the spike and they are returning to grab that. It's like it is 2v2 on this side, what we're watching here from Yuri and Melatonin. See what they do here. A little awkward angle.
Ooh.
Yuri tries to get one. They're going to try it with his bow. No, he's pushing up.
Oh, and Melatonin.
Yuri goes down, but Melatonin does get his back. H-Mish goes down 2, looking at 3v3. Chum gets one. They are planting. It seems like the other team is pushed completely into C. Gonna see as R2 are more spread out, pushing from B and then back from their spawn. So we're gonna see how we counter with this, knowing that they already have the spike planted. Cliptic gonna push up with here to see what he can get here. Oh, Cliptic goes down. Melatonin gets one. See what he can do here. Knowing he has to push and he goes down. Just a close shotgun there. You can't really do much about it.
I think they're being just a little too loud coming around that corner. Just that's then they were able to know that they were just sitting right there waiting.
Yeah. All right. Nebraska now winning 4 rounds in a row. Three rounds in a row. Alright, gonna see what they do here. Seems
still
like
leaving the spike again.
Still leaving the spike. I wonder if this is something in their game plan or just poor decision making. But we're gonna see what they do here. Seems like our team is more spread out here. I kind of see where they're attacking from. Their team seeming really spread out. Gonna try and maybe catch them off guard here. Our team again holding this good angle from Chum. Melatonin also holding another good angle on this other guy. Ecliptic running around. Pushing back to Chum. Let's see what happens here. Seems like the other team has one guy pushing into C. Still Spike sitting in their spawn. HMH gets one. Let's see. Alright, they are going back for the Spike. Seems like they're sending four all the way over to C. Gonna see what they do here. Ooh, HMH gets sniped. Seems like they're gonna push up aggressively here. Our team trying to get back into positions and move over to here. Seems like the other team is gonna be planting the Spike. We got one guy coming from the back. We got two up top. Three up top, sorry. Let's see what they do here. Ecliptic jumps in. Resets. Yuri gets one from. Yuri gets two. Chum gets one. Now 4v1 here. See, and Melatonin gets them, and they are defusing. Great counter there by Keene.
Needed that one. Keene really needed it.
After Nebraska again winning 3 rounds in a row, Keene able to come back from that. Now match point for the rest of the game until they win. Gonna see Keene try and bury it away. Yuri going with a sniper here. Let's see what he does here. Seems like the team's more spread this time. Again, they picked up a Spike this time, so that different kind of mojo here. Gonna see like they're gonna be pushing A here. Oh, we'll see. See what Keene does to counter. Seems like we're definitely more towards this top.
All right, Melatonin 16 kills, Chum 16 kills, Yuri 15, HB's 15, and 8 from Ecliptic.
So definitely seems like a dominant performance from Keene, having 4 people within 1 kill of each other. So definitely a dominant game, and who knows who could be the MVP. This round could decide it. They move.
All right, we're just waiting on something here. Something's going wrong in the game, so we're just trying to figure out what's going on.
Give us a brief second, see what we can get through here.
Must be.
It would say it. Seems like it's going to be a technical issue. Just give us 1 second. We'll be right back in with the gameplay. Again, Keene stayed up 12-3. Match point.
Oh, someone looks like someone disconnected, so it looks like they were just waiting for them to reconnect.
Pause timer.
All right, yep, and here we go. Well, they put it back on, so let's see. Maybe they'll turn it off.
As the game is paused, one guy did disconnect, so we're going to try and get him back in here and see what happens.
Yep, turn the timer off. Now we're back on.
All right, we are back. All right, see what happens here. Keene State having a heavy push on B. Like their team's more pushing towards A. We're going to see what happens here. Yuri holding a great angle with the sniper from a far distance. Going to see if one of them pushes. A little hesitant from the other team. Looks like we have a push coming towards A, or coming from B down the center. Let's see what they do here. Try and hold this angle from Yuri. Ecliptic goes down. Chum gets one. Melatonin goes down. I'm gonna flash. Jump in.
See what Chum can do here.
We are down a minute. It's a 3v4.
Looks like they're going back to A. There was like just maybe a little decoy heading toward A now.
What happens here? Yuri shift walking, gonna try and find an angle. You know, he does have the sniper, so he'll be better for far ranges. See what happens here. You're holding a good angle from the top. This is his shot. Gets him again. Yuri gets one. Shoots his bow. See what happens here. Evens out the playing field. 3v3. Yuri gets another
one. Wow.
Yuri with a sniper going crazy right now. Sniper v sniper. Yuri gets 3 on this one angle. Gonna see what happens here. The other team has to push. They do not have time.
See if this Sage will turn that corner.
Yuri could get 4.
And he
Yuri
gets
with a
the
4
4.
bomb to end the match. And Keene State is
Keene
going to take
State
the
wins.
first game.
Great game by Keene.
Great performance from Yuri there. Going to be, look at the stats in a minute. So it is going to be Yuri, game 1 MVP at 19. Melatonin, Chum, and H-Meech following close behind, and Calyptic having a little rough game, but we know Calyptic, he'll get right back into it next game. So Keene winning for the first game 13-3.
All right, that was a great game 1.
All right.
All right, and we're back. We have Keene on the defense this time. We're going to be defending to start off. And let's see what we can do here. Calyptic looks like he's showing Phoenix right now. Let's see if he actually locks that. We haven't seen him play Phoenix yet. Be a little different. H-Mish switching their character to Vapor. And Yuri playing Sage. Definitely a lot different. We haven't seen them play these characters before. But let's see what happens. All right, here we go. 35 seconds before the round starts.
All right. Like the next map gonna be split here. New map for Keene State. We're gonna see what happens here. Like we're starting on the defender side. Seem like we're starting with a 3 duelist state.
All right, here we go.
Top right in.
We had a great first win, absolutely demolished, you know, just great win. See if we can get this going.
All right. Let's see what Keene does here. Starting on the defending side. Again, this map is different from the last one. Split only having 2 points, an A and a B. We're gonna see what happens here, defending wise. Seeming like we're all gonna be pushing towards one side. The other team also pushing to the same side, so that's great from Keene. Kind of almost knowing that they're gonna be over there. We're gonna see how.
They're kind of moving toward A here.
Ooh.
We also looks like we have a couple people going A, so.
Seems like both teams kind of split up. Seeming like we're running a. Seeming like we got one in the back, maybe doing something, and 2-2 towards the middle. Like they're kind of doing a 2-1-2, saying 1 up the middle and 2 on the outside. So you can see what happens here. Yuri puts up a wall, hops on, gets him off guard, and Yuri with a great kill off the start. Game 1 MVP, something like he has not lost his touch. Melatonin creeping around. Chum kind of holding this angle, waiting for somebody to come up towards A. Yeah, Melatonin kind of creeping forward. Doesn't know if he knows about those guys coming on his right. Sees him. What is bro doing?
And he gets taken
He gets taken down. Melatonin with a very confusing play there. Could have had 2, walked away with none. You know, see what happens here. Like a 4v4 now for Keene.
Calyptic
goes down. Seeming like they're kind of pushing up the center here. Let's see what they do here. 3v4. Oh, they're all pushing to go. Yuri gets 2. Yuri goes down. H-Mish gets 1. Chum gets the last one. Defenders win.
Wow, what a job.
Alright. Great win by Keene there.
Alright. And like my good friend Ben Kern Sawyer once said, defense wins championships, you know. So like whatever, if your defense is playing good, we're going to win. We saw that last time with Keene. Now I'm hoping we might be able to see this again.
Calyptic with 2 off the start. Melatonin with 1.
Alright, go, switching.
Oh, looking from the angle from the other team here. Gonna be back on Calyptic. Doesn't know if he knows him. He gets him though. Calyptic with 3. Calyptic with 4 on the round.
Wow.
Flawless from Keene right there. Calyptic stepping up with a big 4 bomb on that one.
Wow, great round from Calyptic there.
Gonna check the leaderboard here. Definitely Calyptic near the top of it. All right, we have Calyptic leading the charge with 4, Yuri with 3, and then the rest of the people with 1. Still early in this match, but gonna see how we kind of counter from that. You know, coming already up 2, but we know that this team can win. They took away 4 or 3 last round, so we're gonna see what happens.
They took away 3 last round.
Took away 3. Yeah, it's seeming like the other team's gonna be pushing more towards B, setting a couple center. We have 3 immediately already in center, holding that angle. Let's see what happens here. We got 1 round 2. Nobody really on B, but we're gonna have Calyptic kind of rotate over to B right here. Check it. Seeming like their team is gonna try and stay together. Our team's doing the same, just kind of holding this doorway, trying to see if anyone's gonna peek.
See what Calyptic does here. Oh.
Sorry about that. Switching over. They come in, get Melatonin. H-Meech gets 2. Let's see, we got 3 holding this one angle. They got 2. They do have 1 rotating by B. Gonna see what happens there. Keene does have control of the spike, having it be right in the center. The other team will have to push them eventually. Chum goes down. Let's see how the other team has to counter now, because they have the spike, so they don't really have to move. They can play the spike and just let the time run out. The other team has to move up.
See what happens.
Yuri gets the one from the back. I'm gonna see those kind of 2. I'm gonna see that guy kill Calyptic. I'm gonna see H-Meech kind of hold it. Guy rushes up. Yuri gets him. Alright, gonna see what happens here. The other guy does have to push up. 16 seconds. We're gonna see what happens here. A little confusing play from the other team, knowing that he does not have enough time. So we will have to go for the kills here, and not the spike. Yuri having great game awareness. He runs away just in case. And H-Meech getting 3 kills that round. Definitely a good play from H-Meech there. Holding that angle. Kind of picking them off 1 by 1. Sitting in that back. Just kind of holding that angle and letting them push us. And
yeah, definitely.
Great game awareness from Keene there. Let's see what happens here. They're almost sending multiple towards B or the center of the map, and then they got the 1 maybe towards A, gonna try and distract us. See what happens here from Keene. Seems like we have a little split, so see what happens. Watching this one. Yuri goes down. Seemed like the other team kind of going back to last round and pushing up center. Let's see what happens here. Spike in the center too. You see what Keene does to counter here. Seems like we're a little bit more spread, letting them push up. Melatonin gets another 1. Alright, gonna see what happens here. H-Meech kind of holding this angle. Kind of holding B here. Okay, seems like the other teams kind of bunch up together towards the center. Unsure of where they want to go. Seems like they're gonna go B. We have kind of 2-2 right now, kind of split up right now. H-Meech picks one off. H-Meech pushing. H-Meech gets a bunch of damage. H-Meech gets his 3rd kill this round. Gonna see if he can get 4 with this guy right here. Gets a hit, gets another, and H-Meech with a 4 bomb there.
Wow.
Crazy round from H-Meech. We're seeming like we're having very 1-person rounds right here. We had a Calyptic round, we had a H-Meech round, and just great gameplay from Keene here. Looking at 4-0. Let's see what happens here. Seeming like their team has an AFK, and then the other players are going to be pushing towards A. Our team again more spread out, going to try and see where they're coming from.
Oh shite, I lost my pet rock.
Alright, gonna see what they do here. Seems like the whole team is gonna be pushing towards A. Only have 2 guys there, so we're gonna see what happens here. See what happens here. Chum on this angle. I'm kind of sitting in B. We're gonna see what happens. They already have pushed it away. They are planting. Let's see what happens. Great attack from Nebraska. You're gonna see what Chum does here. Did not know this guy's right there. He gets him off guard.
Neither
Chum gets
he,
one.
though.
Melatonin gets one. Chum gonna try and see if he can get this angle. Doesn't know about this guy that's close to him. He runs. Now the whole team here. Melatonin gets another. Like a 4v3.
Oh,
Chum goes down, but H-Mish gets another. This guy kind of sitting in the back. Picks off Melatonin again. Switches aside, and H-Mish gets
Great
it.
game.
Yuri with a successful defuse. And that is game.
5-0 Keene. Let's look at the leaderboard. H-Mish 10-0. Wow.
Whoa, great game from
5-2.
H-Mish here.
Elliptic 4-2. Melatonin 4-3. And Chum 2-2.
Yeah.
Get on with it.
Gonna see what Nebraska does here. Again, Keene kind of spreading out, trying to see where they're coming from. They heavy push. Yuri gets one, but Calyptic does go down on the other side of the map. Gonna see what happens. H-Mish goes down, but then comes back. Using his ult there. Yuri gets one. H-Mish gets another. Seeming like those two are unstoppable today. Let's see what happens today. H-Mish gets another. Doesn't know. Gets him. H-Mish with another 3 kills that round. H-Mish and Yuri, yeah, seeming unstoppable in this second game.
Yeah.
See what the other team does to try and counter that.
All right, let's see what we do here.
Chum for this one. Seeming like the other team is going to be pushing a heavy push towards A. Did they get the plan when they were all together?
To be able to teleport back just in case they don't go to the site.
Happens. Chum picks one of them off.
Chum there.
Chum seeing the spike be planted. Chum gets another.
Gets another.
Kind of pushing up. Noticing he did not go with his team. Might go for the defuse here. Ah, Chum's getting a defuse here. Tough spot for the other team. Other team kind of setting one into plan. Really confusing from the other team there, but Yuri ends up with a 3 bomb. Kind of holding that angle and picking them off as they try and push up. Great play from Keene there, kind of noticing one push towards them. Then he kind of sat back to see what happens.
All right, let's see what he does here. H-Mish popping off. That is it, right? Popping off like crazy this game.
Let's actually, we'll wait for next round to take a look at the leaderboard. Cliptic goes down. Other team getting up to a hot start off this. Melatonin kind of sitting here holding this angle on him. Gets flashed. Blinded. Let's see what happens here. Kind of holding this angle for Melatonin. Holding this A site. Let's see what happens here. Seems like the other team is switching sides, pushing more towards B. H-Mish and I think that's Yuri. Yeah, H-Mish and Yuri again staying together. I'll try and see what they can get here. Your H-Mish gets to his flank. Let's see what happens.
Oh, 1v1 here. This is the other player. And
H-Mish gets him. Great play from H-Mish right there. Yuri gets him. Chum gets one. They defuse another. Good round from Keene there again. I feel like it's that dynamic duo kind of staying on top. Gonna try and see that these two are kind of staying at the top of the leaderboard and kind of striking their way through as we have H-Mish and Yuri with 11 and 15. H-Mish staying at the top. Yuri game 1 MVP right behind him. Then Melatonin, Chum, and Cliptic kind of staying kind of that middle ground, but still, you know, getting kills when they needed. Let's see what happens here. The other team kind of debating on which side to go, keep switching. I feel like they're having maybe a group discussion. trying to decide. Yeah, definitely. Looks like they might be going with a little split technique. Nope, definitely all pushing B. They're trying to stay together. Again, Keene kind of spreading out, trying to see the whole field of vision and see where they're coming from. Good angle from H-Meesh. Up the wall.
Oh,
H-Meesh goes down. Our
taken out.
leader is down in game 2. We're going to see how Keene State
Eltonin.
can rally from this. See if this will help the other team finally getting our leader down. He's been really dominant in this game. They've been really dominant in this game. It's like they are already on B site. They are planting. Chum kind of crouch walking behind. Shift walking. Gonna see him. Jumps him. Gets him.
Gets one.
Tony goes down. Chum gets one. Cliptic gets one. 2v2 here. Cliptic gets another second kill this round.
Now they're just gotta sit and wait. They're gonna defuse.
Cliptic
He's got
defusing.
up top
Chum
there.
holding the angle on him.
Gets
Chum
him.
gets him, and great defuse
Game's
from Keene
over.
there. Great counter. You know, seeing their leader go down at the start and really way to rally back and take that round. Going up 9-0 in the second game.
See if they can rally and get these last couple wins here.
Only 3 more and they win. 4 more and they win. Sorry.
Watch a little bit of 3 years they can do.
It's seeming like the other team is going to be pushing heavy towards B. Kind of holding an angle more towards A. Yuri's definitely communicating with the team, letting them know that they are all on A. Oh, Tonin jumps in. Oh, Tony gets 1 but then goes down. Yuri gets 2 this round. See what happens. The other team trying to rush over to him as we're watching H-Meesh and Calypso kind of run over and see if they can get back in this action. Chum goes down. Let's see what happens here. Calypso holding the spike on this guy. Ooh, and Calyptic and H-Meesh goes down. They're a player with 3 kills this round. Let's see how they do this. Definitely down a player. Yuri holding this angle. Yuri gets 1. H-Meesh goes down. 2v2 here. They have the spike.
And wow.
Yuri gets 4th of the round. H-Meesh goes down. If we win, this could be an ace. Oh, and their player gets the 3rd kill, and Yuri goes down.
First loss for Keene this game.
Yep, going down 9-1 still. Still dominant, and we're still very up. But we're going to see how Keene kind of rallies back, so... See what they change up in their game plan. Okay, look at H-Meesh here.
Oh, what's it?
See how our leader's doing in this round. Alright. Going up 9-1. H-Meesh with the same angle as before. It worked earlier. We'll see if it works today. Seems like the other team's pushing A. So it won't work as good for him. Calyptic gets 2 early. Chum kind of holding this angle back. Oh, Tonin and Calyptic kind of pushing up. Oh, look at Calyptic here. His 2 kills this round. Kind of holding this good angle right here on A. Kind of making them push back and kind of retreat. We're going to see if the other team more pushes center or tries to just rotate all the way over to B. Our team kind of knowing that they're pushing back. Gonna see what they do here. Seems like they're going with a very slow back. They might just be waiting and pushing A again. Trick us.
Or I think they're slowly taking shit that knows.
Seems like they are well split up. Maybe setting 1-1.
E. I think it's smart. Nope, just looking at the
Oh,
decoy, throws
that
the thing down.
just-
Oh, I think he's throwing the spike down so he can kind of push ahead and make sure there's no one
Yeah.
there before he goes up and grabs it.
30 seconds left. No charges.
What's happening here? Other team pushing dead center. Gonna meet 4 guys over there.
Oh, you're trying to get him.
Oh, Yuri
yep.
goes down. Other team only have 10 seconds now to plant. Gonna see a heavy push from them. We're gonna watch Calyptic kind of get a sneak on him. Calyptic gets 1. It's 3rd of the round. Cliptic again.
Wow.
3 kills that round. That's back-to-back rounds that Cliptic has had 3 kills. So we're going to see.
Great rounds from Calyptic.
We're going to take a look at the leaderboard now. Keene up 10-1, only needing 1 more to go. Yuri and HMeech at the top with 16. Calyptic and Chum following with 8. And Melatonin, usually our MVP, following them with 6. Let's see how the rest of this game goes. Again, Keene only needing 3 rounds to take it away. They'll be 6-0. Perfect record. All right. Seems like the other team is going to be pushing more spread. Sending 1 towards A, maybe to distract, and send the rest towards B. Our team again, spread out, trying to see where they are. HMeech gets 1 early. I'm going to be watching Calyptic here. They kind of going back. Chum gets 1.
Spike down A.
Seems like they already have the spike. Chum already has the spike over towards A. Gonna be playing more defense. The other team obviously rotating over. Chum gets another. 2nd kill of the round. Gonna see what they do here. They have the spike, so they can
And
play
wow.
time all they want. See, as it's a 5v1. Looking like a flawless here. See what Keene can do here. And Calyptic gets him.
Calyptic gets it.
Flawless from Keene there.
Switching sides.
2 more wins for Keene here, and they take it. And we
Oh,
have a timeout.
that's the other team too. Yeah, it seems like the other team is now taking a timeout, maybe trying to regroup. I know they're down a lot. Might be trying to change up their game plan and come back big. So would be a pretty crazy comeback as Keene only needs 2 wins to end this. See what they do here. Halfway through. All right, and the timeout is over. Gonna see what the other team does here.
All right, let's see what Chum can do here. They're
See
on
if
the
the
attack
team,
now.
see if Nebraska taking a timeout. See if they can try and change things up and come back here. Definitely gonna be tough as Keene is already up 1 game and they would need to win the next 12 games. 12 out of 15 games here. All right, gonna see this team kind of pushing more central here. See what they do here. Ooh, Chum gets 1. Liptic gets 1.
Wow. Kind of dominating the site.
Yuri gets 1. Or Yuri goes down. Sorry about that.
Oh.
Fliptic goes down. It seems like this player very dominant. The HMeech gets him, our current leader. See what happens here. Chum kind of looking around, trying to find him. Looking like a 2v2. HMeech is planting.
1 enemy remaining.
HMeech gets 1. HMeech goes
Spike
down.
down B.
Let's see what happens here. 2-1 here. Sneaks up behind him.
that's
Chum with a great game
One
awareness there.
more win for Keene.
Going into match point. Let's look at our record board and see how we're doing. Our leaderboard. So looking at HMeech with 19 leading the way. Yuri behind him with 16. And then Chum Calyptic with 11 and 12. Melatonin at the bottom, 7.
See if we can take this last one. Right, throwing a nade in there, seeing if anybody in there. Taking it right, pushing up here.
Alright, gonna see what happens here. Team definitely pushing towards B. Gonna see HMeech gets 2 off the rip. Now going to a 5v3. Is this gonna be the game, folks? Cliptic gets 1.
He has the
Chum
Guardian,
gets 1.
kills him with
Cliptic
the
gets 1.
Guardian.
Flawless
Wow. And that's the
victory
win
for that
Keene.
to end the game. And Keene wins
after this,
2-0.
after this, we will be doing interviews. I think we should do Yuri
Yeah,
and H.
check the scoreboard and
It'll
double
pop
check.
up
So
right
H
after
Mish will
this.
be the first game, and then H Mish again with MVP for the second game. But
I'd say Yuri was
I
the
would
first
definitely say
game.
Yuri. Oh wait,
The first
Yuri.
game.
Yeah, Yuri was the first game, and then
H-Mish is the
H Mish
second.
definitely with his dominant second game performance. So we'll be seeing them shortly. So yeah, interviews after this.
All right, and I'm back with Hayden.
Howdy.
Great performances in both games. You guys really just kind of swept the floor with them. Didn't really
Yeah.
see much of a challenge.
Yeah.
Why do you guys think you're so much better today?
I just think that we work well as a team. With Haley's smokes and all the flashes we have, with Jeremy Thomas's flashes, just comboing all those together at the same time, it just confuses a team entirely. So in a sense, it just kind of gets them confused, dazed, and lost. And I think with doing that all together, all of that at once, it's just impossible to overcome.
All right, my last question. Is there anything you think you need to improve on for the next game, or?
I think for me personally, just mental. I don't like Mondays, so I don't think I played phenomenal today, but I played decent. I had my moments.
Yeah.
But I think as a team, I think we're playing phenomenal so far. I mean,
Yeah.
with the record shows, we're 6-0.
Yeah.
And we've pretty much 13-0'd almost every single game. So I think it's at this point we just have to work on the fine things like headshot, like aiming, and just like the minor things. But once we get that all figured out, I think it'll be smooth sailing from there, which it already is pretty much smooth sailing. But it'll be smooth sailing in playoffs from that.
All right. Thank you so much, Hayden.
All right, and we are back here from Game 2 MVP, or Game 1 MVP, H Mish, and just got a couple questions for you. Why do you think today went so well in your wins?
Ooh, yeah. I don't know. I think we were locked in a little bit more. We were just having good games all around. Comms were good. Team dynamics were good during the game. So I don't know. Just as a whole, I think it was.
No, and what do you think will help your team continue the success of the 6-0 record?
Well, I think originally it was the comp switch that made us a little bit confused in how to play it, but I think now that we're starting to get used to the triple duelist and trying to figure out how we want to fill those other 2 slots, I think. Really getting that sorted out, and then kind of going from there and just keeping the energy up, keep team vibes up.
No.
What do you mean?
Nice. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. So tomorrow we have Rocket League at 7:30 and 8, and
We have Valorant at Thursday at 7 o'clock normal time.
all right, thank you so much.
Thank you.